This video is powered by NordVPN. Use the code AFTV for an exclusive deal.
Welcome back to AFTV. Just chatted Turkish behind the scenes. He says we're winning the league.
Did I?
I could help myself. That didn't happen. But what a performance. What a performance from Arsenal.
I didn't see us winning the game. You know that.
No, neither did I.
I thought a point would have been the best result we could take, considering the form they're on, considering the form we're on. And you know what? This result's it's upset me more about the Southampton and West Ham games, because it's like, how did we fuck it against Southampton and West Ham? Because we've just gone and done a job on Newcastle, kept a clean sheet, one of our best away wins this season. But deep down, I just feel like it's all going to be for nothing, because I can't see City dropping points in 2 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, and there is the title thing to explore, which we wouldn't say, but just on this game alone, on having second place to secure, on the fact that I don't want to finish closer to the Newcastles and Man Uniteds than I do the Man Cities, because I don't think that's where Arsenal have been this season. I think they've been with the Man Cities, this season in terms of performances and level and consistency. So to go out there and remind Newcastle of what we've been doing this season, why we're so good, and remind everyone who thought we were going to lose, me included, I thought we were going to drop points, is so satisfying.
And you could see they was up for it. You could see they thought that this might be the game where towards the end of the season they pull off the big win against one of the title favourites / challengers this season, and then next season they move on to greater things. But we stood up to the test. They tried to bully us. I loved how Xhaka responded to it. I loved how Jesus...
Sorry to cut you. I wanted to ask you about that, because I interviewed you after City and you weren't happy with the fact Arsenal didn't at least leave anything on City, even just in terms of commitment, fight, challenges. Cool, you get outplayed, but today it looked to me like the players had that in their mind.
Yeah, I mean, I know over the years that part of football has kind of been diluted. Stick one on them, leave one in there, bully them, try and, out-muscle them. But that's what Newcastle tried to do to us. And we just stood up to it. Against Manchester City, at the very least, I know Manchester City's quality, I know their experience, but heart, passion, desire, fight, that should be a bare minimum.
Intangibles, really.
Exactly, that should be a bare minimum. So I like the way Xhaka responded. I like the way Jesus responded. Even Eddie at the end. Yeah. They played it close enough to the line where they're not going to get a yellow card, but they're getting under the Newcastle player's skin. And no one overcommitted anything after that. No one got too emotional about it. No one got sent off. In years gone past, you probably would have seen something like that. So I like that we stood up to the test, because Newcastle are a very physical team. They're a very big team. They got a lot of experience in their maturity. And Arsenal, we went toe-to-toe with them. Listen, we're lucky to get out of there with a clean sheet. Newcastle had a fair few chances. I say lucky. Yeah, well, they hit the post twice. I'd say we're lucky to get out there with a clean sheet.
I think they're lucky it was only 2 at times.
Well, yeah, that's true as well. I mean, on the flip side of the coin, we had enough chances. This game could have been 4-3. Arsenal. It could have been 4-4. An old age score against Newcastle that I choose not to remember. But we done our job. All we could do is win the game, go a point behind City. Now City have got 4 games to go. 3 of those are away from home. Do I think we'll win it? No. I think that Southampton and West Ham results back-to-back cost us. And come the end of the season, I think we'll look back at those 2 games and say that's where we lost it. But what the players have done, what the manager has done, is leave us in there with a shout. So if City do somehow drop points against Everton next weekend and we beat Brighton, then ask me, do I believe? Because I can't truly tell you I believe until I see City drop at least points in 1 game first.
Sure.
Because 2 games out of 4...
You need to see a chink in the armour.
Yeah, 2 games out of 4. Manchester City, it's a stretch to ask.
All I'd say is, in being realistic, okay, yes, they don't have Anfield, they don't have St James's Park. It'd be great if they'll come to the Emirates. But, you could pick a much easier run than Everton away, fighting for their lives, and we know the Sean Dyche style of football might lend themselves to doing something that frustrates City. Chelsea at home, we won a game. And then you got Brighton and Brentford away.
I like how when you're listing Chelsea's achievements, they've won a game. Fair enough.
Well, and Brighton and Brentford away as well. Those are 2 games that awkward is the word I'd use.
And I actually agree with you. I think Everton, Brighton and Brentford, they're all sticky games for Manchester City. I think they could slip up. It's the thought that they slip up twice in 4 games that I just can't get my head around. And listen,
While we do our job as well.
While we do our job as well, but we should, considering this was the most difficult fixture of the remaining games we have. But Chelsea, Matisse, he's been doing watch-alongs, hate-alongs, op-alongs, whatever these men call it, all season on Arsenal. If Chelsea could do something against Man City, that would be poetry. If Chelsea could take something from Manchester City and we win the league at the end of the season, I can't wait. Well, I say I can't wait.
You wouldn't be able to, but yeah, like...
Big six. Wow. I'd be having a fucking ball.
Well, let's see if it gets to that. Look, I want to ask you about some of the players and performances. Kiwior, I don't think Arsenal's performance against Chelsea in the week and Kiwior's performance and the impact him and Jorginho had in that game got enough respect. I think people went, Chelsea winless in 6, they've been rubbish, blah, blah, blah. And actually, I thought they were brilliant. And then they raised it for Newcastle, showed there was no fluke and it wasn't just about the opposition.
Yeah, I actually agree. I think I'm part of that looked at the Chelsea game and said, these men are so washed and there's nothing there that, yes, Jorginho played well, yes, Kiwior came in and done well, but how much can you take from it? Today, I think you can take a lot more than we took from the Chelsea game. I look at Kiwior and I say, why didn't we do it earlier? There's so many things I look at from today. The result, Kiwior being introduced as Gabriel's centre-back partner. A lot of fans are telling me, you can't play 2 left-footed centre-backs and all of this nonsense. Well,
you called for it back in the Mari Gabriel days.
Back in the day.
Well, you're still trying to get Holding out the team.
Yeah, that was on Holding as well. Do you remember?
That was like 2 years ago.
The same situation. It's come full circle now and we're here and he's finally done it. Yeah. And it's worked for the last couple of games. Jorginho, man of the match for me. I think his experience shone through. He was up for it, winning headers, putting himself about. I not criticised the signing. I had doubts about the signing in January. I just thought this is the Kroenkes, pulling a fast one again. But he has stepped up when called upon. I would never have thought we would be going into a big game away from home with Partey fit, but him on the bench. Yeah. And that's what we've done here at Newcastle. And we've got the job done. It's worked. So big up Jorginho. Kiwior, I think he needs to play the rest of the games this season because the experience for him will be vital. We need to bring a right centre-back in next season. But what Kiwior showing us, and hopefully shows us in the remaining games, is next season, if we need to rotate Gabriel, if we need to rest him, if something happens injury-wise, then we're confident with Kiwior coming in. Jorginho, I know he's got a year left. I think we signed him for 18 months, so he'll have a year left. He's pretty much shown the same thing. I still want a midfielder with El Nene out for pretty much half of next season as well. Yeah. I think there's still work to do. But credit, we've already given Trossard a lot of credit having come in January. We've given Jorginho some credit. Now Kiwior's getting the credit I believe he deserves for his last couple of games. So well done to Mikel and Edu for pulling these signings out of the bag. But let's just see what happens because we need City to essentially bottle it.
I think we just got to keep asking questions. That's really, I think, all we can do with City. I've always said that Brighton game, it's in the midweek before the Brentford. All I ask is that Arsenal win their games so that at least we send them to the final week. Because even if they beat Chelsea, if they beat Everton, fine, fair play. But at least you ask that question of them. So we will see what happens. All right, big thanks to everyone. Go hit the like button, subscribe to the AFTV, and we'll see you very soon.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.